got a big one for you today. Both of these are fiercely competitive and not likely to take a backward step. We've had glorious weather over the last few days and it's set to continue throughout this match. Now, joining me in the commentary box for this match is Tony Gregg. You were out in the middle earlier, Tony. How does the pitch look?
Well, thanks, Jonathan. This is a pretty good pitch. There won't be any great movement for the seam bowlers, but there might be just enough if they can bowl in the right place. There could be some spin from the start, but certainly later on the ball will begin to turn more. For the batsmen, if they play sensibly, there are some big scores to be had out there. This is definitely a good toss to lose.
They've won the toss and it looks like they'll be batting. The captain's made his call, and now it's up to his team to produce the goods. The ground's beginning to fill up as the players emerge from the pavilion.
The bowlers must bowl a good line and length. The pitch will bring rewards if they can just bowl consistently at the right spot.
Beautiful stroke. He's smacked that over the top. 4 runs. Oh, that's a cracking shot. There he goes, miles out of the green.
Wonderful shot. He hit right through it and it's disappeared out of the ground.
The crowd really enjoyed that one.
That was a cracking shot. He really got into position beautifully there.
What a beautiful stroke. That's run away for 4.
Oh, a super shot. That was 4 runs as soon as he hit it.
No runs there. That really is an exciting.
The captain shouldn't really use up all his best bowlers' overs at such an early stage of the innings.
And from another angle, I wonder what Hawkeye made of that. No ball bowled. That was sheer brute force. Let's have a look at that from another angle.
That was a lazy shot. You'll regret that when you sees the replay.
Let's look at that again. New batsman Idris for Pakistan. Dolly. Big appeal.
You could do with setting a more attacking field at this stage of the innings.
So the new batsman in for Pakistan. What's the umpire going to say about this one?
With the new batsman out there, the captain should set a more attacking field to really put pressure on.
Let's take a look at that from another angle. So, he's on the hat-trick. 8 runs from that over. The leg spinner to start the new over. Umpire giving him a no ball. He smashed that many a mile. He's got him! Let's have a look at that again. New batsman in. No ball. Great timing on the shot. 4 all.
Well, you really can't give this player that kind of room outside the off-stump. That's 4 every time.
No run. Batsmen looking for 2. There's a fielder underneath it. And from another angle. Into the tail now. That really is an expensive over. Out for a duck. What do you think of Cape Town as a cricket ground, Tony?
Cape Town is one of my favourite cricket grounds of all time. I think if you asked me to pick 2 grounds out, I'd probably pick Cape Town and Adelaide. The feature of the ground for me is the wonderful backdrop, which is Table Mountain, and there's just no ground in the world that has got such a big mountain right alongside the ground as indeed Cape Town has. Now, they've had a few problems with the pitch at Cape Town over the years. It used to be very much a spinner's pitch, and recently, of course, it's died a bit of a death, but the truth is, it's a wonderful cricket ground. People love going to Cape Town. That's confidence for you. He must really fancy his chances today.
The fielder will get a chance to move.
Oh, great shot.
That is a textbook shot.
Super shot again. He's got to do a perfect position for that shot. Head over the ball, wait forward.
Poor bowling and terrible figures for the over. So, this is the final over. It's gone down. That was a slice of luck there for Pakistan. They're appealing. That was a sharp stumping by the wicketkeeper.
That was a vital wicket as now the tail is exposed.
New Manning can't afford any lapse in concentration here. Well, what's the umpire going to say about this one? Let's have a look at that again. They're appealing.
He could do with setting a more attacking field at this stage of the innings.
That brings the innings to a close.
In a time like this, the batting side need to set themselves smaller targets. Like get to 50, then when they're at 50, get to 100, and so on.
The quick bowler to start the first over. Edge to slip. No runs off that delivery. It's gone down. It really wasn't that difficult. You've got to feel so sorry for the bowlers in these circumstances. Must have taken his eye off it at the last moment. No runs scored. That was a superb delivery.
Well, that's a really long walk back when they haven't scored any runs.
Let's have a look at the action replay. Plenty of pressure on the new batsman. This should be the end for the batsman. It's Darwin.
That went straight down the fielder's throat. The batsman will be kicking himself. Last few overs of the innings are vital, so the captain should save some of the best bowlers' allocation until then.
Lovely shot. That's out of the ground.
Wonderful shot. He hit right through it, but it's disappeared out of the ground.
That's out of the ground.
Oh, what can I say? He looks in top form today.
That's beautiful, Gray. The ball coming right out of the middle.
Absolutely effortless. He hardly seemed to hit it.
His timing is perfect today. Bowler really needs to keep it tighter. And he's got away with it. What a beautiful stroke. Through the gap, and that'll go for four. He's certainly given that some stick. 6 runs.
He got everything absolutely right there. He was awarded with 6 runs.
He picked the length. The approach to cricket between the two countries.
At the end of the day, cricket is cricket, but there is no doubt that the approach in England is different to that which is adopted in Australia. In England, county cricket forms the backbone of the first-class game. As a result of that, it's from county cricket that the England teams are picked. The Australians, because they play a lot less at first-class level, they are perhaps a little bit less inclined to treat it as a job. In England, you tend to be a 7-day-a-week cricketer. In Australia, you tend to be a part-time cricketer who needs to have a job. However, when you get to the top level, you're playing for Australia, then it's much of a difference. These days, there is a lot of cricket playing. It's a full-time occupation.
From another angle, completely beaten that side of the off stump. It's in the air. He's put it down. That's a good shout. Out.
I think he realised halfway down that he wasn't going to make it.
Let's have a look at that from another angle. The man in can't afford any lapses in concentration here. Chance goes down. The bowler will be really disappointed with that. 7 runs came from that over.
Didn't help his own cause there by putting that down, but he'll know that better than anyone else.
Confident appeal. The umpire isn't having any. Lovely shot.
On a pitch like this, I feel for the bowlers, there really is no margin for error.
Let's take one look at that in replay. So, new batsman at the crease now for India. Beautiful timing. That's in the air, and 6 glorious runs. Batsman coming back for a second. Let's look at that again. That's another single there. This is the final over of the match. Quality timing there. He really struck that beautifully.
He picked his spot well there.
Sheer brute force. Darling. Yet again, the batsman fails to follow the ball, and he's out. Let's have a look at that again. Serious pressure on the new man in there. Beautifully played.
Oh, lovely timing. He played that beautifully.
Big shout. Out the north, back pitching manual. Left hand, right hand combination at crease now. Great timing on the shot. A big slow and 6. That was a confident shot. Batsman looking for 2. It's all over. Match ended as a tie.